Yes.
Second. Yeah.
ขอบคุณครับ
Hi.
I would like to change my background like DTM Nut, but I
Yeah, go
cannot
ahead
find
and
it
change.
for me
Oh, you want?
because I changed my laptop, not the
Oh,
same
I
one
see.
at my home.
I see.
DTM Nut, do you have my line? I will send you.
I have your line. Yeah,
Yes.
I have your line. So I'll send the poster. Yeah.
I will say hi to you.
Okay.
Now I say
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Hi.
yes. Please help to send the background like that.
Okay, I'll send you the background. I have to get
Thank
it.
you
from the
very
back-
much. If it
Yeah.
not disturb you with
No, it's not. I send you the
Oh, I
poster
got
of this Sunday.
anatomy. I got it.
Yeah, okay. I'll send the background to you. Let me see
Thank
how
you.
to do that. Yeah. Hello, teacher Pipat.
Hi.
Hi everyone. You're so
Long
early.
time no see.
Oh, long time no see. I think I saw you yesterday.
Yes, Lydia Bipat. I'm sorry, I forgot the very good part for compliment you as Toastmaster of the day last night. When I go back home, when I went home, I told Nong Nai, oh, I forgot a very good part to talk about him. Very handsome guy, handyman.
Thank you.
Yes, he organized. TTM Pipat, I would like to suggest you for recording video. Please let someone who stay home to record instead of you. I think that it will save your time to go back home.
Oh yes. That is a very good
Next
suggestion.
time.
Yes.
Because I think that you have to take times for recording and help people very much. Hi, Kun Vidas.
Oh, hello, DTM Sunantaran. Good evening.
Hi. Good evening. I think that I have to change my name to be Nui. It's good. Short
You
name.
prefer your nickname, right?
Because I think that maybe some people might difficult to call me Sunantawan, but for Kun Vinas or Dr. Nut or Kun Pipat, it's good.
Let me see. I got the file, but I cannot download. Wait. Take some time to download. Let's see.
Because I like when I see Nut and I am Nui. Okay.
Cannot download.
Don't worry.
The file is in the Toastmaster International website, but it won't let me download from my iPhone.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Maybe I use. Don't worry. Maybe I use this one. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's like I'm driving. Allow me to do that because I will have some snack during this. Is it okay?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Thank you.
Sure.
Oh, DTM Venus, tomorrow will you join Rathaviti? Join?
Yes, Ka.
Oh, very good. I will also.
I will be a personal evaluator.
Oh, who is speaker number one?
I'm not so sure. I haven't seen the agenda yet.
I saw from my club president that there is just only one speaker. So I will reply after that. Maybe I will be speaker number two or maybe Toastmaster of the day. I will rethink about it. And what time of club meeting, ka?
6:30.
6:30. Oh, good time.
6:30. Yeah.
Because I will drive. back to
back home.
condominium, back to condominium, but I'm not sure about the meeting at my office.
Yeah, if you have the meeting at your office, then it would be very late.
Maybe, but I try not to be late.
Mm.
There is.
I mean, you will
online Zoom,
finish
right?
very late. Yeah, it's online Zoom. But if you connect while you are in the office, then you will finish very late at your office and then you'll go home very late too.
Yes. Thanks for advice.
Thank you everyone for joining us. We are going to start in about 5 minutes. And for your information, as of now, we got about 30 registered members, right? And maybe in the future we will have more.
Good. I hope everyone will join.
Yeah.
TM Pipat, I have a question. If someone who interested to join, but she did not register as a member, can she join?
Can.
Like this?
You mean like non-Toastmasters guests?
Yes.
Well, we don't limit who can join the session actually, but if this is something you would like the guests to know, like how to become a DTM, be a sponsor, be a mentor, then yes, that person can join. Yeah, the most important thing is to for that person to gain benefits from the training.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And as I noticed that you have 4 meetings or training, and each one, I presume that it's not related to like number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, right? Am I correct?
Number 1 is about being club sponsor. 2 and 3 are about club mentors. And number 4 is the conclusion and case studies.
So if I lack some part, I think that is okay, right? It's not like skeleton that I have to attend all 4 sessions, right?
Well, recommend I would recommend everyone to join all the 4 sessions, but understandable if you have to go somewhere else sometimes or have some obligation sometimes. We can provide the video recording of these trainings, but I can only provide it to those who register. So if I have the names, if I have the emails already, then I can send the video to them.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
I end my question already.
Okay, right now we have 12 people joining us. And we still have a few more minutes, right? 2 to 3 more minutes. Hi, VPE Van, right? Hi, from Hanoi Toastmasters. Can you say something about yourself?
Me? Just this is the first time I joined a training like this. It's kind of new to me, and I don't know how to start. Just listen to people.
Yes, that's okay. Well, thank you very much for joining our training today. Even though it's your first time, and I'm sure you are going to learn a lot from all of us, we are going to have quite a good time together today, right? Thank you for joining us all the way from Vietnam, Hanoi. Hi, Toastmaster Lana.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Just
Good
got
evening.
home.
Oh,
Good evening. Good evening, Corinne from Empower.
hi, Corinne.
Empower were on pink a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's wearing pink. It's so lovely to see because even those who are online, they're on pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone, Brian sent a notice in our big line group.
Yes.
I didn't receive the link for tonight's training. So maybe we can just in our big line group.
I don't know. I didn't see him register though.
You have to register to get it, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
Can we share it in the line group or?
Yeah, you can. We can share.
Password,
No problem.
username.
But
Okay.
But like I mentioned, I cannot send the video recording to those who are not registered. Yeah.
796.
So DD Venus, are you sending it?
0. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Password.
Hi, Toastmaster Vuni. Toastmaster Vuni. Yes.
Oh, from Malaysia.
Hello everyone, Winnie here from Azam Toastmasters Cup. I'm from the city of Cats, Kuching. Have anyone heard?
Actually,
Yeah, the name of the city. I type in the chat box.
Kuching. Okay.
Yeah, it's located in Borneo Island.
Oh. Welcome all the way from Malaysia to visit us in Bangkok, right?
Thank you.
Hello, Ali. And we also have, and I can also say one from, Cambodia. We've got one from Cambodia. We've got some. Robicon, hello.
Hello to everyone. Yes, I'm from Cambodia, but I am a Filipino.
And we have from Chiang Mai.
All right, everyone, I think it's time to open the training already. And well, first of all, I would like to thank you very much for joining us today. It is like we said in the email that it is our first time to organize the sponsors, mentors, and in the future will be coaches training as well. And today we have the privilege and the honor from our district director who is with us today. So I would like to request our district director, Distinguished Toastmaster Venus, to please give us an opening remark.
What do we mean by leadership? So I'll borrow the answer from our founder, Dr. Ralph Smedley. It would appear to be the capacity to look ahead, think ahead, plan ahead, and then influence people to go ahead in the plan. I really admire this philosophy from Dr. Ralph Smedley, the founder of Toastmasters International. Fellow Toastmasters, tonight, we are defining leadership for ourselves. And I congratulate everyone on your hopeful decision to help start a Toastmasters club. One new club being chartered means opening great opportunities for more individuals becoming competent communicators and effective leaders. What is amazing is that starting a Toastmasters club is very rewarding. Let's see how we can make it happen. We are indeed very lucky tonight because we have two Toastmasters who decided to share with us the journey of starting a club. We have here our distinguished Toastmaster Pipat, immediate past international director, immediate past district director, who is now serving us as our club extension chair for this term. And we have our club quality chair, Toastmaster Rob. And they're very much willing to contribute their knowledge tonight. Fellow Toastmasters, I truly believe that we are going to have a very knowledgeable session this evening. And I trust that after this session, building a Toastmasters club will be very rewarding for all of us. And I welcome everyone. And of course, let's get it rolling. Back to you, distinguished Toastmaster Pipat.
Thank you very much, District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Venus. And now we come to the training. Like you know already that this training is going to be divided into 4 days. Today is the first day of this masterclass training. And today is going to be all about being club sponsors, right? So to be a distinguished Toastmaster, you need to be a club sponsor. But there is a bit of difference between being a club sponsor being a DTM in traditional program and being a DTM in Pathways program. Well, this year is going to be the last year that we talk about the traditional program, because next year, there will be nothing related to traditional program anymore. Right, this year is the last chance for those who haven't got DTM in traditional program. If you haven't got ALS or DTM, only these two positions, right, ALS and DTM, you can still apply for them this term. So how to become an ALS? ALS is from Advanced Leadership Silver, right, Advanced Leader Silver. So you have to achieve ALB, Advanced Leader Bronze. Also, you have to serve a complete term as a district officer, like district director, PQD, CGD, area directors, division directors, PRM, FM, AM, those kind of officers. Next, you complete the high performance leadership program. Last but not least, I would like to highlight this. Serve successfully as a club sponsor, mentor, or coach. So this is for those who are still in the traditional program, right? It's either or, one of these three. But what is different in Pathways? Now in Pathways, the requirement is changed. First, you have to be a club officer for 12 months. So for those of you who are using Pathways, this is for you. Serve as club officer for 12 months. You can serve for 6 months, and then another 6 months is okay. Next is the district officer, right? Then here is what related to us, club mentor or club coach. Remember this term, club mentor or club coach? Below that, club sponsor or speechcraft or youth leadership program. So now we see the difference between being a club sponsor, you gain 1 credit. And then you also have to be a club mentor or a club coach to get another credit, right? Then you finish 2 pathways, do a DTM project and become a DTM. So for you who are doing pathways, you will have to do both club sponsor and the club mentor or club coach. So these 3 terms might still be confusing for those of you who are new, right? The club sponsors, the club mentors, and the club coaches. So just to give you a brief explanation, the club sponsors are those members who help the new club to get chartered officially. That's the brief definition of being a club sponsor, to help the new clubs being chartered officially, right? And next we have the club mentors. Now I would like to introduce Toastmaster Rob, who I believe can explain the club mentors, how it works, and the structure of the club mentors. Toastmaster Rob, please.
Okay, so as you've seen, we start with the club sponsor, helps to get the club off the ground and existing as a club. And that's where the club mentor comes in at the next stage, is because clubs often struggle to make it from those early days and become an established club that sticks around for a long time. So the idea is to have club mentors are experienced Toastmasters. Experience doesn't mean you don't have to have like 10 years of experience, but if you have enough experience to know how the system works and be able to help people, then you can be a club mentor. And your role is then to help that club for 6 to 12 months and help them go from that stage where they're a brand new club and they don't really know how to run meetings and so on. And you show them what they need to do is to get established and how the pathways program works, what the different roles are in the club, what everybody needs to do, and how to run meetings and everything they need to do to make the club successful and help it get through and make it to become a long-term and established club. So it's a great opportunity for you. As people has explained, it helps you get credits towards your Distinguished Toastmasters status. So it's a really good thing to do. It's also really interesting. You get to meet new people and you get to do an important and useful role helping somebody make new friends, and you get some real benefit from it. So definitely club mentor is a really important role and something I'd recommend people take a serious look at getting involved with. Back to you, Papat.
Wow, thank you, Rob, for your clear explanation. And for your information, we are going to have a training on the club mentors in details on day 2 and day 3. So please stay tuned. You are going to hear more from Toastmaster Rob later on. And last but not least, we have the club coaches. Now, this duty has nothing to do with new clubs, but club coaches actually help the struggling clubs, right? The clubs that have less than 12 paid members, and the club retention will send some club coaches to help the struggling clubs and get the club become distinguished. All right, so these are the 3 different terms of club sponsors, club mentors, and club coaches. Do we have any question here so far? If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, because it is, I think it's very important for you to understand this. If you would like to help the district to charter new clubs, to take care of new clubs, then any questions, please ask.
Can you explain about the club coaches again?
Yes, the club coaches are members who are assigned to help the weak clubs. The weak clubs means the club that has less than 12 paid members. So if your club, let's say your club now has less than 12 paid members, you are entitled to request the club growth director or district director some like up to 2 club coaches to help your club.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, and this is the structure of the club growth directors team. Right, under the CGD, there are 3 main branches: club extension, club quality, and club retention. So under club extension will be the sponsors. Under club quality, who is Toastmaster Rob, will be the club mentors. And under the club retention chair, which is Distinguished Toastmaster Lester, will be the club coaches. Right, so we have 3 different teams in the district like this. Question? Okay, so now let's talk about the duties of a club sponsor. A club sponsor's duty is to, number 1, organize the new club. Right. Number 2, to set up regular club meetings for the new club, help them. Right. And number 3, we complete the paperwork and plan the charter presentation, because we'll be the one who probably do the presentation to the decision makers, do the demonstration meetings, and help the charter members for the regular meetings at first. All right. But sometimes people misunderstand the word sponsor. Some people ask me, Vipat, as a club sponsor, do we have to pay the money to the club? Right, pay the charter fee maybe? No, actually, that is not the duty of club sponsors. Right, we do not need to pay the charter fee or any kind of fee for the new club. Now we are going into the detail of how to build a Toastmasters club. And this one is from this manual, how to build a Toastmasters club. If later on you would like to know more in details, please feel free to download this manual from toastmasters.org website. It is free for you to download. Okay, well, I just noticed we have some question about the, oh, okay, so Rob, help. Thank you, Rob. Okay, and after this, the agenda of today's training is going to be, number 1, about the club lead. Later on, I'm going to explain to you what is the definition of a club lead. Number 2, types of club and requirements to open a new club. Number 3, the demonstration meeting. Number 4, the charter documents. Last but not least, the finance. Money, right? And if we have time at the end, we will open it for Q&A session. So let's go one by one. First, everything starts with a lead. And what does it mean by a lead? A lead is actually a person or a group of people outside of Toastmasters who are interested to open a Toastmasters club. We call them a lead, right? And leads can come from Toastmasters website. Some people can go to toastmasters.org and click this, start a club. He or she can leave the contact information, and the district director, club growth director will get the information and will forward to the marketing team. Right, this is one way we can get the club leads. Another way that we can get club leads from is from our personal contacts, from the workplace, from the open house, from the advertisements, from you, actually. So you can help us to find the club leads or be the club lead yourself as well. Now, for the types of club and requirements to open a new club, first type is, yes, community clubs. So community clubs is a club that is open to everyone in the community. Most of the clubs here in Thailand, in the district 97 is actually a community clubs. So we know the club Well, we know this kind of club already. Second kind is a corporate club. Corporate club is a closed club, meaning that it opens the membership to only the employees of the corporate, right? In the past, we used to have, in the District 97, we used to have a club that at first it was a corporate club, but then later on they found out that, well, if they continue like this, they would not be able to gain membership. So they open it up to the public and change it to a community club. That can happen as well, all right? Next is an advanced club. An advanced club is different because advanced club is for advanced people, right? I think the new Pathways program, the definition of advanced club is a club that has members who complete level 1 or level 2 at least. These people can join the advanced club. But if you start from level 0, from icebreaker, you cannot join an advanced club. So this is the only club that allows dual membership, like 20 people who are dual members to start a new club like this. Next, for me, I would like to distinguish this one because it's different from the rest, and that is the university club. In Thailand, we have quite a few university clubs. In Vietnam as well, we have a few. In Cambodia, we also have. But these clubs open to mostly students. And students, they have their own unique period to join Toastmasters meeting. Sometimes they have the final exam, sometimes they have a school break, sometimes they go do this, do that. So this is a special type of club that I want to distinguish. Next one, in Thailand, we have also government clubs. The club sponsored and organized by government unit, right? This is a little different from other clubs because of the internal process that we have to understand. Is a bit more difficult. And last but not least is the online club. Now, before this, online clubs were undistricted, meaning that even though we have a new online club, but the online club doesn't belong to any district. So it doesn't increase the number of clubs in the district. But this term, I think Toastmasters International changed the rule, and they also include the online clubs in the district as well, starting from this term. Okay, so we have the community club, corporate club, advanced club, university club, government club, and online clubs. Okay, do we have any questions so far? Nope. Okay, let's move on. And here is the easy requirements we have to open a new club, right? A minimum number of 20 individuals. That's it, 20 individuals to charter a new club. But out of these 20, 17 cannot belong to another Toastmasters club. All right, so 20 individuals to start a new club, but 17 cannot belong to another Toastmasters club. And another requirement is all the members have to be at least 18 years of age, right? So we cannot open a club for a high school or for a kindergarten. No, must be 18 years and above. Now, remember previously I talked about advanced club. Right? Advanced club is the only club that allow all the 20 people to be Toastmasters member from another club. But that is the only exception. Now let's talk about the process to build a club. Well, I have some experiences to help some organizations build clubs inside their organizations before. And I can summarize the whole process into 3 stages, 3 big stages. Number 1 is the initial talk. Number 2 is the demonstration meeting. And number 3 is the forms and payment. Right. Initial talk is like you talk to the decision makers, you briefly explain the benefits that match their needs, explain the finance. And in the demonstration meeting, we ask the lead to invite people to join. We set a demonstration team, the Toastmasters members, to go there to the organization and run a demo meeting for them to see. And after that, we discuss with them the charter process, like how many people in this room would like to register. And probably sometimes we get the 20 founding members right away after the demonstration meeting. But most of the time, we might need a few more time to gather 20 founding members. And eventually, we will have to complete all the forms, submit all the payments to TI. So these are the big 3 big stages: initial talk, demonstration meeting, and forms and payment to Toastmasters International. Right, let's go into details one by one. The first process, initial talk. Now, what I did, I prepared some brochures. Magazines also help when we go talk to those who do not know anything about Toastmasters. We give them the magazine, we give them the brochures. And then during the talk, we talk to the decision makers. Sometimes the first person who contact you may not be the decision maker. So find out who are really the decision makers of the organization. Maybe it's the boss of the contact person, the HR manager. Sometimes the HR manager is the one who decides, or the CEO of the company, for example. Then we show the benefits that Toastmasters can provide. Explain that Toastmasters is the most cost-effective program. Name some organizations that have Toastmasters clubs, and you know that you can find the names of the organizations in toastmasters.org. Right? Toastmasters has a lot of names of big organizations around the world that we can refer to. Last but not least, don't forget this one, very important, trying to schedule for the demonstration meeting. Trying to lead it to the next stage. And then after the talk, what I normally did, I emailed the digital brochures or digital magazines to them so that they can use these materials to promote the demonstration meeting. Right? Because we want them to promote the demonstration meeting and get as many interested people as possible. For this, DD Venus, are you still here?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay.
And I will be here until the end.
Okay. So DD Venus, because we just went to talk to an organization to start a Toastmasters club maybe 2 weeks ago, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Would you please kindly share something about being a sponsor and doing the initial talk with the organization?
Okay, so there are 2 ways to get interested individuals or corporates, or maybe a group who would like to open a Toastmasters club. First is that they normally send an email or a message to Toastmasters International, and Toastmasters International will send it to us, and then we contact them back. And after that, we're going to schedule a meeting with them. And normally in the very first meeting, it's all about introduction of Toastmasters and also the things they need to understand about setting up a Toastmasters club. Because we've found out, and it happened many times, this is a case study as well, that they thought that we're going to provide them lecturers or teachers. So in the very first day of meeting, we really have to tell them what is Toastmasters Club and how are we going to set it up and the operation. One thing that we need to explain to them is about the the continuity of the club. Because some clubs, they open very quickly, and that is because they understand that it's operational for only 6 months. So we also have to explain that it is something that we would love them to have the club for longer time and not just for 6 months. Those are the things that we've been doing. And after we explain everything, we get back to them and ask for a demonstration meeting. Then we choose which team will we bring to the demonstration meeting. If it is a corporate club, we normally gather Toastmaster members, existing Toastmaster members who are working in corporates so that they can really relate with each other. If it is a university club, then we bring a team from universities. Or it's a community club, then we can just get anyone who's available or who are really very interested and can represent best Toastmasters. Anything else that you would like me to add to TMP Pat?
Well, yes, thank you so much, Didi, for your good examples. Now, there's one thing I would like to add on that, because from my experience, I also saw this, right? They ask how long will it take for their employees to graduate from Toastmasters? And I say, well, Toastmasters is an ongoing educational program. So we have set 11 different pathways for your employees to learn. One path takes about 14 months, according to Toastmasters International, right? One path takes about 14 months. So it can be ongoing, right? And we do not wish for an employee of the organization to graduate with only one pathways and finish and say goodbye. Right. I think that also the same case that DTM Venus mentioned, that the club would like to operate for only 6 months or 1 year. Yeah, it happened before. So we have to explain this to them. All right, Didi, anything else that you would like to add?
That's all for now. Now we can answer questions later if we have some other queries after the presentation.
Sure, yes. Okay, so this is the first step to have an initial talk with the decision makers. Next one is the demonstration meeting. So when we have the first meeting with them, we're trying to lead to the demonstration meeting. And now it's time for us to prepare our Toastmasters team to go and do a demonstration meeting for them. Now, the objectives of the demonstration meeting are, number one, it shows how a typical Toastmaster meetings is run. It also shows the benefits and value of being a Toastmasters member. And last but not least, after the demonstration meeting, we need to discuss the charter process. Right? A lot of times that I saw, including me, sometimes we forgot the last thing. We forgot to discuss the charter process, and then we just did the demonstration meeting and we went back home, and then we're trying to think what is the next step. Right, the next step is to talk to them about the charter process. So in a demonstration meeting, we prepare the agenda for them, right? And in the agenda, trying to make it as simple as possible. The main things would be explanation and assignment of key meeting roles. Toastmaster of the day can do that. Table topic session, speakers, evaluation, and the discussion for the discussion of the charter process. Please include that in the agenda as well. Now, sometimes the organization gave us limited time, very limited time to do the demonstration meeting, and that is understandable. First, we always try to say that in a Toastmasters meeting, we need about 2 hours. Normally, right, we do the meeting 2 hours, right? So we told them we need about 2 hours to do the demonstration meeting. Sometimes they get back to us, they can have only 1 hour, or 1 hour, 30 minutes, right? So please try to adjust the agenda to finish within the time limit. Okay, so 1 hour, then we can make it 1 hour, no problem. Now, next one is the documents. Now, when we finish the demonstration meeting, right, we sit with them, we talk about the charter process with them, and we present the charter forms for them to fill up. Now, in the set of charter forms, there are 6+1 forms. Why I say 6+1? Because they are from number 1 to form number 5 and form 6A and 6B. All right, so let's go one by one. So let me stop sharing this one and I'm going to show you the real charter form.
อะไรอะ
Yes. คุณปารวัน
Yes.
Can I mute
Sorry,
you?
sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you the forms. Okay, this one is the manual from Toastmasters International, how to build a Toastmasters club. And it has all the information that you need to know. Also the forms for the new club to be chartered. Okay, so let's start with this one. This one is the checklist. So form number 1, application to organize a Toastmasters club. Form number 2 is about the charter payments. Form number 3 is about the charter membership application. Form number 4, charter club officer information. 5, club information. 6A, club constitution. And 6B, the addendum of standard club options. So we are going to take some time to explain the forms to you because when the time comes, you will have to be able to explain the forms to the new clubs as well. So let's go one by one. The form number 1, application to organize a Toastmasters club. Now this one is a 2-page document. So first is the city the new club is located, province, postal code, country, and date. Right, and now the contact person or the president of the new club will have to provide his or her information here. The name of the president or the coordinator, address. This address is for the charter kit to be sent to. So Toastmasters International is going to send a charter kit, the whole box, which contains a bell, the time signal, the time cards, how to, what is it? A navigator, yes, the navigator, introduction to pathways, introduction to Toastmasters, brochures, magazines. Toastmasters International will send the whole kit to the provided address here. So make sure that this address is usable, right? Phone number, email address. And about the payments, there are 2 ways that Toastmasters Club can submit payments to Toastmasters International. First way is the credit card. We know that already, right? The club officers can use the credit card to pay to Toastmasters International. So that person can also provide the credit card information here. But another option is to pay through wire transfer, the bank, international bank transfer, right? The requirement, the instruction is a bit different because for the wire transfer, there is another fee for you to pay. Let's say you need to pay $100 to Toastmasters International. But if you choose to pay through wire transfer, then you have to add $10 on top of the 100. That is another additional fee for the wire transfer, right? For all transactions. Right, then after the credit card information, select what type of club you are going to charter. A community, company, government, correctional institution, college, or religious organization, right? Or an advanced club. Now, this one is the information about you. If you are helping as club sponsors, fill in your name here as club sponsor and your member number, right? The club can have up to 2 club sponsors to help them, up to 2 sponsoring club. And this is different from the club sponsors, right? Club sponsors are you as normal members to help them. But sponsoring clubs are Toastmasters clubs who are going to help the new club, the club, right? Last on the form 1 is the club mentors. So a new club can have up to 2 mentors to help them for at least 6 months. So put the name here, mentor number 1, mentor number 2. And if you know the district number, division number, area number already, then just put it in. Right? It will be easier for TI to process the charter. Yeah. Okay, so this is form number 1. My question is, if we do not know who is going to be the club sponsor or club mentor yet, how can we fill out this section? Well, actually, if you do not know who are going to be the sponsors, the mentors, we can leave this blank. But later on, within 60 days of charter, we need to let the district director or club growth director to assign the sponsors and mentors within 60 days. Right? So if we still cannot finalize who would be the sponsors or mentors, we can leave this blank. Okay, I don't see any question yet. So let's move on to form number 2. And form number 2 is about the charter payments. Now, talking about money, right? There are a few things we need to know. The first thing is the club charter fee. So a new club will need to pay $125. And this one is only for one time, right? One-time payment for a new club. So one club pay $125 only one time. Okay, this form, I'm going to come back to this form one more time because we are going to discuss about the finance in details later on. But just want you to know that the club will need to pay this at first, $125. And then we need the president and the secretary to sign the form. Method of payment, is it going to be credit card? Is it going to be through wire transfer? All right, I'm going to come back to form number 2 one more time. Then form number 3, this one is the membership application form. It's the form that we always fill up when we apply to become a member. You may not fill it up physically, but your club officers will have to fill it up online in the Club Central. So either way. But this one, since the club is not yet chartered, the members will have to physically fill in the form. And well, this one is the only one that we need every member to sign. For example, if you say the new club will have 20 members to start with, then you need 20 Form 3s, right? 20 sets of Form 3. Everyone needs to sign. If the new club has 40 members, then you need 40 sets of Form 3. Everyone signs and we scan all the documents and send to TI at once. Okay, the last page on form number 3 is for the applicant's signature and the club's officer's signature. Normally, we ask the president to sign this one. And the method of payment, yes. Okay, now is form number 4. It's about the club officer information. So we know already that we have 7 club officers in a club, right? The president, the vice president education, the vice president membership, vice president PR, secretary, treasurer, and sergeant at arms. Well, actually, we missed one, and that person is the immediate past president. But since the new club has no immediate past president, so that person is not going to be included in this form. This form, we need only the 7 positions, right? So that means when you are going to charter a new club, you need to help them select the 7 positions right away, right? So after the demonstration meeting, you got the 20 founding members and help them to select from the founding members who are going to be the club officers of the club. Now, there's one thing that people always confuse, and that is the term of office right here. May I ask, what is your club's current term of office? Is it annual or semi-annual? Distinguished Toastmaster Nuch, what is your club terms of office?
For I have several clubs. For HRTC is annual, Holy Redeemer Toastmaster, and BTC Bangkok Toastmaster is semi-annual. Empower, I think is semi-annual. Yeah.
All right, thank you. What about Toastmaster Van? Toastmaster Van from Hanoi.
We are annual.
Annual, right? So one year.
1 year, right?
Yes. What about Toastmaster Abdul?
In Assumption University Toastmasters Club, the term of office is annually.
Okay, thank you. Last but not least, can I ask Toastmaster Corey? Toastmaster Corey. Do I pronounce your name correctly?
It's Corinne.
Corey?
Corinne.
No, I see one gentleman, Koray. Yes, please.
Yes.
Are you a Toastmaster member?
Yes.
Yes. So can I ask, what is your club's term of office? Do you know that?
I think it should be the semi-annual.
Oh, okay, semi-annual. Yeah. And thank you, Toastmaster Corey. And what about Toastmaster Corinne? Yes. Toastmaster Corinne from Empower. Hello. Toastmaster Corinne, what is your current club's term of office?
We are given 2 options, semi-annual and annual. So some members, especially new ones, they usually sign up for 6 months, and older ones like I sign up for annual. And there is usually a price difference that can be more attractive if it's annual.
Okay. So we know that some clubs are having annual term and some clubs are having semi-annual term. So what is actually the difference here? Do you know why some clubs have annual, some clubs have semi-annual? What is the criteria? Anyone? Am I?
It got disconnected.
Hello. I'm so sorry I got disconnected, but good news, I'm back already. All right. So let's come back. Let's come back to the question. Do you know the difference between clubs having annual term and clubs having semi-annual terms? Yes, Lana, I saw you nod your head.
Yes, if they have a club that has got many members, sometimes it's a good idea to have just 6 months to give others a chance. So it's every 6 months they change the club officers.
All right, Lana, thank you for the answer. But actually, I have a better answer than that. Well, the correct answer is actually it depends on how frequently the club meetings occur. So let's say if your club is having weekly meeting, right? Then you have an option. You can choose either annual term or semi-annual term because you have it very frequently every week. But if the club meetings is less than that, 2 times a month or once a month, then you need to go for annual term because you have less meeting, so you need to serve longer, right? So that is actually the requirement from TI, from Toastmasters International. So when you help the new clubs to charter, right, please explain this to them. If they want to meet weekly, then the club officers can be either or annual or semi-annual. But if they meet less than that, they have to go for annual. Okay, clear everyone? Let me share the screen again. Okay, so this one is form number 4, the club officer. And if the club do not have the club number yet, that's okay, just leave it blank. But at least you know your district number, right? Your district number is 97, right? Do we have question in the chat box? Okay, okay. So this is about the 7 club officers. Next one is the club information. Now this one, you can guide them, but they have to answer it by themselves. The club name, the contact information, the club meeting information. Is it weekly or bi-weekly? Meeting day, meeting time, meeting place, the address, city, country. Now, what type of club is it? And is it sponsored by an organization? Sometimes we have it inside a corporate and it's a corporate club. So we say, yes, it is supported by an organization. And what type of support does the organization provide to you? The organization pays the dues and new membership fees. They pay the dues only. They pay the membership fees only, pay the club charter fee only, or they provide the meeting location only, right? Is your club open to all interested persons, or is it open to only members of a specific organization or group? And if the club is sponsored by an organization, then please provide the information of the sponsoring organization here. Because each year Toastmasters, well, districts will give corporate recognition award to the organization who supports Toastmasters Club. So please put their names here so that district can reward, recognize them properly when the time comes. Okay, this one is only for the US club, so we skip this, and signed by club officer and the date. So that one was form number 5, information about the club. Now we come to form number 6A, right? The club constitution for clubs of Toastmasters International. Now this one is quite a long one, 6A, because it's the club constitution. So I will show you. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 pages for this form. So they will have to read it, especially if they are big organization. They need to read it. Right, and let's go back to the top. We just need the club president and the club secretary to sign here to verify that they know about the constitution and they accept the constitution of Toastmasters International. All right, ask the president to sign, the secretary to sign. And last form is form 6B. Right, 6B is the addendum of standard club options. Now we come to the options. Some clubs charge different amount of money, right? Some clubs charge reinstatement fee, some clubs do not. Some clubs charge the fee for the meeting room, some clubs do not. So everything has to be identified here. So let's go one by one. Number 2 here, the membership composition. Is it restricted to a certain group or not? So please identify here. Number 3, membership composition again, honorary individual membership. Some clubs have this, but most of the clubs, we do not have this. Honorary individual membership is a kind of membership that the club like honors a member by giving the membership to him or her, or pay the membership for him or her using the club's money. Right, but we do not have this. I don't see this in our clubs in the district. The new member fee, we know that we pay to Toastmasters International, right? But the amount that club charges members may not be the same. So please also identify how much are you going to charge for the new member fee. The club dues, how much are you going to charge? The the reinstatement fee. Transfer fee, if you do not have, just say no or 0 or NA. Inactive member dues, well, this one is interesting. Sometimes some of your members become inactive and then they would like to come back to join the meeting. Some clubs have special dues for this kind of members, right? So if you want to have this, you can put it here as well. Regular meetings. Now, regular meetings, what date, at what time, at where, what location. Number 10 is about the executive committee meetings. You know, the executive committees, your club officers. So how often are your club officers going to meet? For example, you might say once a month or once a quarter. Well, it's up to you if you want to put it here. Number 11, additional officers. Some clubs have additional officers, not limited to the 7 positions and the immediate past president. Some clubs also have something like webmaster, right? If you want to include a webmaster as your officer, then you can put it here as well. Term of office, like I explained before, if you go for half-year term, select here, full-year term, select here. But it depends on how frequently you have your meetings. Number 13, the rules of order. If you do not know this, that's okay. Toastmasters International, we use parliamentary procedure, right? And parliamentary procedure needs to have some rules. For us, we use the Roberts rules. So just stick with this one. Roberts rules is what we are using. And last but not least, put the date and year. Well, this one you see last modified by required vote of club on. So that means this document can be modified later on. So if you want to change something in the club, in the form, have a majority vote of your club officers, and then you can change it. And last, ask the club secretary to sign. All right. Then after this one, all your charter forms will be ready to be submitted to Toastmasters International. Oh, okay, that's a lot of forms. It's 6 + 1 forms in total. But form number 3, you need every member to sign. Right, and that's it about the documents, the charter documents. Now, do you have questions about what we have been talking about since the beginning until now? Or anyone would like to share?
Yes. I have a question. Pipat, you were saying that sometimes we can start a club as a corporate, and then because it gets limited with the number of members, it is changed to a community group to attract more members. Do we have to redo all the formats and pay a new chapter fee, or we just change the status?
No, thank you for the question. Well, actually, we do not need to re-charter the club. They can just change this form. From 6B, they change the, what is this, membership composition, perhaps, to open to the public.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Any other question, please?
I have a question. So some of the forms you mentioned need to be signed by the president as well as the secretary.
Yeah.
So is it the president and the secretary of the newly chartered club or the sponsoring club?
Oh, thank you for asking this question. The president and secretary of the newly chartered club.
Which means the EXCO has to be elected even before we apply this form.
Yes. Because we need to fill in this form anyway. Hold on. The fourth one, the club officer information. Let me go back. Yeah. Here, they need to select their club officers before they can be officially chartered. Right. So we as club sponsors, we help them say that, okay, you need a president who is going to be the president, you need a VPE. So they need to have all these 7 positions. Yeah, do you have a follow-up question?
I'm a bit confused. Like, so usually if you have that 20 people, you collect the fees first. So you send the fees together with this form, which means that even before you collect the fees, sometimes you might already have to have the election and get the EXCO members.
Okay, so talking about the fees, there are several different fees about chartering a club, right? The first one is a club charter fee. That one is 120 or 125 US dollars. Then the membership fee and the new member fee still need to be collected. Okay, well, later on, I know what you are talking about, and I can answer your question in my PowerPoint later on.
My question is, which one goes first? Like, do you set up the EXCO team first? Do you send in the payment first? Or which one goes, or the form? So which one, 1, 2, 3, or all at one time, or how?
Okay, there are 3 ways. Well, actually 2 ways. The first way is, I can say it right now. The first way is to send form number 1 plus $125 to TI first, right? That's the first way. And the club, the lead will now become a prospective club, right? But the members are not Toastmasters members yet. Okay. Later on, we find the 20 founding members and we elect the 7 positions and we combine form number 2 to 6B all together and submit to TI together with the membership fees. Right, that's one way. So submit form number 1 first together with $125 to get the club chartered, and then find members and fill out the rest of the form and submit with membership fees later on. That can be done as well. Or you say you would like to combine everything together at once, that's still okay. Right, you can have the election first, you can have the 20 founding member first, you collect the money first, and you fill out all the forms from form number 1 to form number 6B and send everything to TI. Yeah. All right, thank you for the question. Okay, so I stopped sharing the forms here, and now is 20:05. Do we need to have maybe a 5-minute break? Yes, all right, so we can have a 5-minute break and we'll come back at 20:10. All right, so see you in 5 minutes, everyone.
ETMP part, there's question in the chat box. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
DTM Nuch, thank you. Let me read it first. Okay, well, DD Venus, I remember this case. It happened last year, right? Is it right, Toastmaster Van?
Yes, right.
Yeah,
Last
so
year.
so up to now you still haven't got the box.
Yes, right. After about 45 days, the DHL, the supplier, told us if we cannot get the certificate or something from the government, so it means that they cannot give us the box. They have to send it back to the sender, or they cancel it. So it means that if TI send us both document papers and merchandise in the same box, we cannot get that. Even, yeah. So.
Okay. Well, this case, I don't know how to answer this though, but what I can tell is what are inside the box can be you can get from somewhere else as well. For example, the time signal, the time cards. I think your club has the time cards already, right? Something about the magazines. Now you can download all the magazines online. The navigator can be downloaded online as well. Yeah. Well, I know this one is a problem for new clubs in Vietnam, as it happened before, but still I don't know how to assist you on this. Maybe DD, is there a way that we can talk to region advisor about this? Not sure.
We'll surely relay that one to R.A. Kim Chong. Because like last week, I also had same request from the HL about the orders that we have for the district. But then it's easier because I just took a photo and provided all the links where I purchased the items, and they were able to release it. So I'm also not sure what are the requirements there in Vietnam. Because so far here, when I sent all the links where we purchased it, then it's okay. They were able to release it. And also the proof of transaction with Toastmasters International. Like I really had to do a screenshot of all the email transaction and also the receipt and the website of Toastmasters International store. And I have to take every photo of the item that we purchased.
All right, so DD Venus is going to talk to region advisor from Singapore. Maybe we can raise this issue to TI that Vietnam clubs are having problem like this.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, thank you, DD Venus.
Lithium people, I have a question. Do you mind?
Hi.
I have a quick question. Hi. All right. So a club can have up to 2 sponsors, right? So both sponsors will get credit for the team award?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But they have to do the job successfully.
So if the club is not charted, they are not getting credit.
Right, right.
I just get some clarification, like if I do not sponsor a club, then I could either conduct a speechcraft workshop or a youth leadership program. Is that right?
Yes, that is an option for you if you are not a sponsor. Let me share. Okay. Go back all the way up. Okay, here. Yes. So a club sponsor or Speechcraft or the youth leadership program.
And we have to complete 2 pathways. 2 paths.
Yes, yes. You definitely need to complete 2 pathways.
I have another curiosity. It's like for all those people here tonight, out of these 20 participants, any one of you who already have a Distinguished Toastmaster and have sponsored a club, I wonder what is the biggest challenge in sponsoring a club and how to cater for this challenge.
Can I open it to the floor? Do we have anyone here that would like to answer, talk about your experience?
Ask again. I haven't heard the question yet.
So she's asking if any one of us has the experience of sponsoring a club and what is the biggest challenge and how to overcome that challenge.
To get everyone pay the money.
Yes. It all depends to what kind of club is being chartered. Like, for example, in my experience, it's a government agency. That's why it's easy to set it up. But I've seen community clubs have to extend the time that they set that it should be chartered. That is because in community clubs, you really have to get your members from all around, most especially if you don't really have a target member or prospective member. And we have some potential clubs here in Bangkok we already submitted the club charter fee. However, until now, we haven't completed the 20 chartering members because they are both community clubs. We've got 2, right, DTM Pipat?
Yeah, around that too.
Ramkhamhaeng and what's
Kasset.
that one? The one that Thai Airways?
Yeah, Kasset University.
Yeah,
Kasset.
Kasset.
Yeah. Well, yes, I think the biggest challenge is to get the 20 founding members. And it is even more difficult if the club is a community club. So I think it's easier to charter a corporate club or university club because these kind of clubs have people in the organization already. And we can just gather them, show them, and get them registered if they are interested. Sometimes the company or the university subsidize the money as well. Yeah, so that would be an easy case, but for a community club, it takes longer time.
I would like to share an experience as well for a corporate club to be chartered. It would also be great to really check on the financial requirements of the company if it is a corporate sponsored membership, most especially because they will have these several requirements like documents wherein TI, Toastmasters International, is not really providing. That's why documents may just like come and go, and it will lengthen the process. And we've experienced that with some corporates in Vietnam. That is because the company in Vietnam, they are requiring several documents before they will release the payment. But TI cannot provide it because they don't provide that kind of document. But the best thing to do if the company has some additional requirement is to just show example. Because like when we talk to Toastmasters International, we just let that company, okay, just provide this kind of document, exactly the same. It's just like they make a, how do we call that one? An exact example, a dummy. So the TI will just follow all the content. And if they need to put the seal in there and the needed content from the company, that the company wants to see that kind of wording in that document before they will release the money to Toastmasters International. That is one thing for corporate club.
Yeah, different companies, different countries require different kind of documents. And that can be a problem as well. Right, so let's move on. We still have a few more things to talk about. Okay. So we finished the documents of the charter documents already. Oh. Right, then the next thing is about the finance. And this one is very important, right? Sometimes we explain the wrong numbers to the new clubs and they got mad at us, right? So please do not repeat the same mistakes again. There are 3 kinds of fee for new club. Number 1 is the club charter fee. This one is only one time per club, $125. New club charter fee. Second one is about the member, the new member registration fee, one time only per member, and that is $20. Last but not least, the 6 months, well, actually TI said at least 6 months membership fee of $45 per member. So this one is our regular membership fee, right? $45. So let's use these numbers first. In total, they will have to pay $1,425 if they want to have 20 founding members. Right, so convert back into Thai baht, using 32 baht per US dollar, that would be 45,000 approximately, right? For the 6 months. And after that, everyone just continue $45, $45. So this is the number. And the next round, the membership fee will be prorated, right? So I have two scenarios to share with you. Well, actually one scenario, but two different options, right? Scenario is we are going to charter a club in the month of July. Let's say, right? We are going to charter this club in July. So in July, we make the payment 125 plus 20 plus 45 for all the 20 members. We paid already. We officially charter a club. So July, the 6-month membership will cover until December, right? So July until December. But next time that we submit the payment to TI, normally we submit it, the next one is the April dues, right? So that means there is a gap between January to March. How do we solve this problem? Right, solution A, solution 1, right? Solution 1, we collected the money, we submitted the money in July. The membership fee of the members lasts until December. But we collect the membership fee again in September because this is the month that we normally collect the membership fee from members, right? It's the October dues. So we need to collect again from this club in September for the membership from January to March to fill in the gap. And after that, they can pay normally March and then September, March and September again. Now, after this, everything will have no problem. This is solution number 1, all right? But this may not be satisfactory to the club because they have to make the payment in July.
2 times.
Yeah, 2 times, in July and again in September, right? So another solution is like this. We open the club in July, but instead of collecting only 6 months, we collect 9 months. So pay all the way from July until March next year. And next time the club can continue their membership in March, and it will fall into the regular renewal period again. So you see that there are two solutions, right? One solution requires the club to pay 2 times. The other requires the club to pay longer, a bit more longer, but no need to repeat the payment again. Right, so you know what I mean? So let's say we are now going to open a club, but not in July. We are going to open a club in November or December. So you have also 2 options, right? Option 1, you collect only 6 months. And then in March next year, you collect again for the remaining month, like the gap. Or now you can collect all the way from now until March next year. But it will be longer. It will be 10 months, 11 months. You can talk to them which option they like. But for us, we prefer them to pay longer, right? So propose solution 2 first. Yeah. Now the club leads can submit form number 1 and pay $125 right away from Toastmasters website. Do you know that they can do this? From the toastmasters.org website on top, you'll see start a club, this one. So anyone in the world can click on this, fill in form number 1, and use the credit card to pay for $125 right away. And after that, they will now be called the prospective club. So in Toastmasters, we use different terms to call them. Club leads are those who haven't done anything, but they are interested. Prospective clubs are those who pay the 125 already and submitted form number 1 already. We call them a prospective club. Then when they become a prospective club, they have 1 year to get the 20 founding members. During this time, they can conduct Toastmasters meetings. They can use the Toastmasters program, but they will not have the access to pathways, right? But they can do the icebreaker projects. They can do the first 3 projects in level 1. They are allowed to do that, but not beyond level 1. Okay, and all this can be done online. Right, do we have question on this? Okay, I don't see any question. Right. So I just want to show you what it looks like when you click start a club. So when you click start a club, you'll come to this page, start a new club. If you would like to know more information, get information, just click request more information on the left side. But if that person would like to apply right away, then he or she will click on the right side, application to organize. And you know that this is the name of form 1, application to organize. So they are filling in form number 1 already. They click in this, they type in the information, and they use the credit card to pay for the 125 US dollars. After that, they will become a prospective club, and their information will be sent to district director, program quality director, club growth director, and we will work with them on how to complete the 20 founding members. Okay. All right, so we come to the end of the training today already. As a club sponsor, we know about club leads. We know different types and requirements to start a new club. We know how to do a demonstration meeting, right? Do you still remember the 3 stages to charter a new club? Initial talk, right? You talk to the decision makers. Demonstration meeting, you show them what Toastmasters is like, and you complete the forms and submit the payment. Right? These are the 3 big steps. Then we know about the charter documents, the finance, and now I would like to open the floor to the Q&A session. Yes, do we have questions? We have?
MPPAT's internet. Okay.
Oh. I was gone again.
Please say it again, DTMPPAT, yeah.
I was gone again.
Gone by the wind. Please say it again, DTMPPAT.
Okay, so I did not know where did I. Okay, so the 3 steps.
Yes, 3 steps.
Right, I have my assistant sitting beside me here. We have the 3 steps, right? Initial talk, we talk to the decision makers. If we don't find the decision makers, find out who they are to talk to them, right? Second one is the demonstration meeting. Show them what Toastmasters is like. Last but not least, get them registered and fill out the forms and payments. Then we can have a new club. Okay, the steps are like this. We also know about the documents, the finance, and now it's time for Q&A. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We have DD Venus who can answer any questions about Toastmasters in the world, right? And also we have Toastmaster Rob with us. Yeah.
If I cannot answer, I throw it back to DTMPPAT. By the way, DTMPPAT, do we have to finish 2 paths before we can serve as club sponsor or club mentor?
No, that is not the requirement. We can do things in parallel, like you are doing your pathways, also you be a club sponsor, also you be, what else? Club president, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have to really wait of finishing your 2 paths before deciding to serve as club mentor or club sponsor.
No need.
Yeah. So what support can our club extension chair give to our club sponsors and club mentors, most especially when it comes to the chartering documents?
Yes, thank you, Didi, for the question. What I can support you in terms of the charter documents, I can help you review all the documents before they are submitted to TI. Because TI takes some time to process stuff, especially right now during the COVID situation. They take, I mean, the time, how do I put it? They take even longer, right? Because of the situation there in the US. So before we send anything to TI, I can help you review with you all the documents so that we can just send it to them one time. And normally, right? Normally TI spends about 1 to 2 weeks to review all the charter documents. And they will put the date of charter when they receive the money. So if you want, let's say you want to open a club in October this month, the money will have to, they have to get the money before the end of October together with all the charter forms. All right. So let's say if you submit form number 1 and $125 to TI this month, and later on in January, you can complete all the 20 founding members, you complete all the forms, you submit the money to TI, then your club is considered charter in January. Okay. Do we have more questions from the audience?
May I ask? Oh, sorry, you go first.
Sorry. So I'd like to know, what are the clubs right now in Bangkok who are looking for a mentor or a coach? Is there a list or something available?
Yes, we have a long list of, we have a long list. Like I personally, I have 20 in my hands right now. So we can, well, sorry, 20 is from the whole district, right? But if you want to know only in Bangkok, then I think it's, I need to go back and check again, but roughly about 4 to 5 right now that we have. Yeah, around that 5. We also have club leads from Vietnam, from Cambodia as well. So if you want to open a new club in your country, we have the list for you to do your work, right? That's why we have the training here for you to prepare you for the upcoming task.
My question is, club leads will be assigned to club sponsors, like interested sponsors, or we have to choose ourselves, find ourselves? How does it work?
Yes, later on we will have a discussion because not everyone can take care of the club. I mean, the clubs have different requirements. They have different meeting days and times. So we need to match the club sponsors and the club leads. And we are going to have, we are going to have a discussion on this on day 4, right? Conclusion. So we are going to share the list and have a discussion who would like to take care of what club so we can work on together.
Right.
All right. And what about Vuni? Vuni, you had a question before, right?
I certainly cannot recall. I'll come back to you. A memory loss.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll type my email in the chat box in case if you would like to communicate with me after this directly. Okay, so my email is pung@gmail.com. Please feel free to talk to me anything about club sponsors or the club leads. My internet is not stable again. Okay, do we have any more questions from the audience? Corinne, please.
Sorry. I'd like to know, where do I find information about getting the awards like Distinguished Club and Distinguished number of members on paid on time, and where do you get all this?
Distinguished Club?
Yes, like if you get the 20 members, then to pay the dues on time or some other awards. No?
Right. It is on
dashboard
central of Toastmaster. This information Corinne wants to know is on Club Center. You just look into the Club Center demographic of club. You can, yeah, right.
I'm thinking if Corinne would like to know about the information of her own club or the information of all the clubs in the district.
I think all the clubs.
Because we have a dashboard. Have you seen the dashboard before? I can show it to you. Let me share, hold on. Okay, so this one, I'm not sure if this will answer your question or not, but probably this is what you asked for. So this one is the dashboards.toastmasters.org. Right, dashboards.toastmasters.org. And we go to our district number 97. Then we go to the daily report. Here on the left, you see on the left, we have the daily reports. This one is open to everyone, all right? So you can come and take a look anytime. So you have, we have reports on the April dues renewal, January club officer list, educational achievements, new club sponsors and mentors, triple crown. So Corinne, do you talk about this kind of stuff?
Yes, I wanted to have the big picture about all this performance and report. Yes, thank you.
Okay, yes, glad to help. So if you want to know information, the rewards of the district, then you can come here. You can even see the new club sponsors and mentors, the prospective clubs, the club coaches, right? Or if you want to know your club's, renewal status, you can see here as well, the April dues and the October dues. But this one will show for the whole district.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone would like to ask question?
Okay, so the GMP part, I would just like to show additional information about the dashboard. Yes,
Sure.
I will share
Yes.
my screen. So aside from what DTM Pipat showed, we can also see the picture of all the performance of all the clubs in our district. So for DTM Pipat, what he showed a while ago is when we get inside the daily reports. But also here when we get inside our district, so you can see different tabs in here. So we have here the district performance showing this one, like how many clubs we've got so far and how many payments we've got so far. This is updated every 24 hours. And the best time to see the update is 7 p.m. Bangkok time. So that's the best time to see. Like for example, when you've submitted members yesterday, we can only see it in the dashboard today at 7 p.m., at around 7 p.m. If you submitted members for today, you cannot see it until tomorrow at 7 p.m. And then if you would like to see the DCP, the Distinguished Club Program Performance, then you just click on Club Performance and here it goes. Like how the points of each club, you can see it there. Like for example, Capital, let's see, Empower, of course, because Korean is from Empower, right? So let's see how empowered Empower is. So here, you've got here, Goldsmith is already 3, and it will really show how many points you've got so far. So anyone also can access this one. The only thing club officers can access is the Club Central. If you're a member and is not a club officer, you cannot access the Club Central. Club Central can only be accessed by club officers. So normally, for example, for me, I am a club officer as well. So I get to get inside the Club Central. And I'm a district officer, so I can get inside the District Central. But for members, they cannot get inside these 2 tabs. Okay. Thank you, DTM Pipat.
Thank you, DD Venus.
Okay, excuse me. May I ask you a question to clarify DTM Pipat? What if the prospective club couldn't charter a club due to a certain issue? What are the possible ways we can handle that club?
Thank you, Division Director Ali. Okay. When he speaks, I have to mute. When I speak, he has to mute because we sit beside each other. So thank you, DVD Ali, for the question. Now, it happens before. I tried to open a community club last year. Its name is Ramkhamhaeng Toastmasters Club. I submitted the charter fee and the form number 1 last year in September. According to TI, I had 1 year to gather 20 founding members, and now it's October already. Right. Last month, what happened? I got an email from Toastmasters International notifying me that I am completing my 1 year to find 20 members already. And if I can submit the forms now, please submit the form now. But still, I cannot submit the forms. But because of the current situation right now, I think TI is not going to eliminate the prospective club. It's still there in the system. But the best thing is to find the 20 founding members within the allotted 1 year, because after that, the momentum is lost, the excitement is lost. Like what happened to my prospective club before. I still don't know how to get it back though, but if I heard that somebody is going to create a new club somewhere there, so maybe we can work on this together. Right, just to share what happened to me before as a club and not so successful club sponsor last year. But this is only one of many cases that I help. Yes, do we have more questions? All right, I think there is no more questions from the audience now, and I truly thank you everyone for joining the training. I know that 4 days is a lot of time for you, and you are all busy men and women of the district. So thank you so much for joining us. Later on, I'm going to send a video recording of this training to you. If you haven't registered, please register. We need your contact email so that I can send the video to you. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us and see you again. Okay, see you again next time. Next time we have the training on Tuesday, right? And next time it's going to be Toastmaster Rob, who is going to conduct training on the club mentors, right? Rob, would you like to say something about your training next week?
Yes, briefly, we're just going to take a deeper dive into the mentor role and talk about why that's important to you, how it can help you, and explain step by step the kind of things that mentors do, how you can help them, clubs get established and set them on the way to greater success. So it should be very interesting.
Thank you very much, Rob. I can't wait to join your training next week. All right, so everyone, thank you very much. And don't forget, next week, see you again on Tuesday, same time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Excellent.
See you next week.
See you. Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Okay, time to eat, Ali.
I already had it with DTMP part.
Before we started,
Yeah,
right?
before we started. How about you? Have you finished your
What will we do
dinner?
with? Oh yes, I have meal every time, so I don't know like when. I just have meal when I'm hungry. I don't have a fixed time.
Oh,
Okay.
such an abundance, Thomas.
Yeah, we have to. That's the only thing that makes me really happy. Just eat anytime.
Oh, let me stop recording first. We just recorded what you were saying.
Oh, yes.